Michael Brown, that was an Akata. His daddy is an Akata. And it's a shame, because his dad, so he was just like destined. I always said any celebratory Come Guzzler Harris by these mammies is all fake and phony. Because if any of these mammies supported that whore.
Nation, one nation. But joy cometh in the
morning. Come on, Joe!
We will get through this.
We gonna get through this together, y'all.
Together.
Ooh, Joe, we gonna get through this together. Oh yeah. No, y'all ain't even considered. Y'all ain't even in the boat. What's up, everyone? I'm Axel of Axetruth.com, and this is the Axetruth channel. All video, sound, and music used during this broadcast falls under fair use. Fair use is allowed for the purpose of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe on copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Are you ready for the show? Hey, Showtime. It's Showtime. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's get into it, everyone. Y'all, there's a serious disease in America. It's called WFOB. And maybe that's what this show that Showtime has put together, and we know who funded it. We know who's behind it. Do I need to say? The bagels. Oh, God. Okay, the new show, it's an election year. Of course, we got to remind black people they're black, and we got to remind that whiteness is the problem, and white people are the problems of everything. White people is the problem of everything. They're the most evil people in the world and all this, but black people depend on white folks. They can't make it without white people. Let me say it again. Black people and black Americans and everything, they depend on whitey. They can't make it without whitey. But yet they're complaining. They make these shows about whitey, complaining about whiteness, and whiteness is the problem. When they can, if they don't like white folks, pack up and move to Africa, move to any country in Africa. But they won't. But they just continue to sit over and complain and whine and cry and it's a shame. And I just had to cover this. This will be our last content piece for the night. Then I'll be back tomorrow doing more. The name of the show is Everything's Gonna Be All White. Everything's gonna be all white. Everything ain't all white. Everything is mostly black. Have you watched the commercials lately? Black people are in everything. I don't understand. See, but we know who behind this. You know, the people who are in this show, the Tamika Mallory's and all these whores, race pimping whores, because that's what they are. They're just glad to have a job. You know, they probably don't even believe any of this shit that they're doing, but this is what they do. They're part of the race hustle, you know, the race pimping business, and they'll do anything, take any kind of acting job, any kind of be a part of any docuseries. And this docuseries is disgusting. It's so disgusting that nobody's watching it. I mean, I don't know, you bagels that make this shit and you think you put these race pimps in it that all the blacks gonna tune in. Black people are not tuning into this shit. See, this shit ain't even working for y'all. I got proof. But first, let's listen to the director talk to Mark Lamont Hill, Alphabet Mark Lamont Hill, talk about the perception they got from what people are saying about everything's going to be all white.
As you mentioned, there's been a lot of debate online in response to the trailer and to the docuseries. You say some people are upset. What are the criticisms you're hearing?
That it's just racist. And oddly enough, it feels like any sort of criticism of whiteness, not white people, but whiteness, you can't criticize it. It's like people get really sensitive, and want to say and do crazy things. But I thought that's what America was about. I thought those were the privileges that we were all supposed to have. And that's what it all boils down to, identity.
Nobody's more sensitive than the black American shine. They're the most sensitive, the most emotional, the most irrational people in the world is black Americans. You know, and what is he talking about? If anyone was criticizing black or saying anything about black, it would be a problem. That's the thing. I don't understand it with these people, but I think none of these people believe what they say. I think they're all working on a script, to come out here and push this race baiting crap that's really falling on deaf ears. It's not doing them any justice. It's not gaining anything. Black people don't gain. What do you gain from this? Nothing. But this is the shit. This is the programming that the bagels do.
How they see us. They don't see us as many, I don't want to say all, but many do not see us as citizens. They see us as servants. They see us as people who should be thankful for being here. That we should, very passively do our jobs and stay out of the way and don't complain too much. But we've been here for a very long time and we've earned the right to have some opinions about how we feel about America.
Honey, that's all we hear from Shines. What is he talking about? That's all we hear. We hear it. Y'all saw my video I just did about Blackity Black season. Since we've been in Blackity Black season, that's all we hear every day. Every day is something about black. Every day is about what you're complaining about. Every day is a grievance. Every day is some shit on the internet with blacks complaining. What is he talking about? We hear this shit. Y'all complain every fucking day.
We feel about America doesn't mean that we don't love America. It doesn't mean that we hate America. It doesn't mean that we hate white people. All I'm saying is, these people go out and make these videos where they watch the trailer and they critique the trailer, right? That's cool. Why don't you critique the series and tell me what is not true in that series?
You mentioned there's been a lot.
Okay, we gonna watch the trailer. I would. You have to pay me. I can't even do that. I can't watch Shine stuff. Bagel produced Shine shit. I can't watch that. No, you have to give me. I have to get paid. Maybe y'all could cash out me a lot of money. Say, okay, X, could you watch it? I'm not watching it. I can't watch stuff like that. That's just I can't stomach it because it's just ridiculous. It just this thing that black people have, this disease. It's a disease. It's called white folks on the brain. WFOB. They need whitey to love them. If you love me, show it. Okay, let's just watch it. Let's watch the trailer, and I'm gonna break it down as we get through it. It's just. But before we go watch this trailer, let's look at their perception so far. Okay, let's go with IMDb. Look on IMDb, 1.1 out of 10. I think Bagels, y'all need to go back to the drawing board. No, black people ain't even watching this shit. Okay, here we go. Showtime. Okay, here's the Everything's Gonna Be Alright trailer on Showtime to disable the comments. There's only 516 likes out of 43,000 views after it's been up for 6 days. Okay, let's go over here. Rotten Tomatoes. 2%. Now let's look what it says. A deep dive into America's complicated past and present through the voices and experiences of people of color. The 3-part docuseries marries humor with history as it unapologetically confronts the many faces of racism, exploitation, and discrimination that has been contributed to that's the end of it. I just took that screenshot of it. But we can say, nobody exploits blacks more than whom? Can y'all give me one of them bagels over there? Okay, exactly. Nobody exploits them more than them. Okay, all right. Now here we go. Let's go to here. Here's screw tubes. On the screw tubes, here's the everything's gonna be all right trailer right here. You see this? It has 2 million views with 2,000 likes and 81,000 dislikes. You know what? These bagels, y'all need to go back to the drawing board. We tired of watching these black oppression, black crying and whining, complaining. Oh boy, it's me. I'm black. You know, trying to social. Your social engineering is failing. You know, it's failing. This is not working. Go back to the drawing board. I don't know what you got to. Maybe y'all need to work on the Hispanics. I mean, but it's an election year. We got to remind black people they're in America and they got to hate it. And it's white people. Here it is.
I think what annoys me most about white people is when they pretend like they're the victim. What's also annoying is when when they kill us.
What is fragile about whiteness when everything is...
Okay, let's go back because I want to see when they kill us. I mean, who? First of all, where are white people killing black people at? Where is that happening at? I'm trying to figure that out. Where is it? I said, where is it that white people are killing blacks? Where is that happening? I mean, but this is what they write in the script. This is what the bagels put in here for these Negroes to say. You know, but I'm just going to go back to this because this don't look black to me. What's that? Is that black? We know what that is, but let's keep going.
About whiteness when everything has been constructed around it.
Every part of who I am has been distorted or criminalized.
Oh, the fake. Oh, they put the white bitch that's pretending to be Muslim. Oh my God. Now she black. Okay. Oh, she's a person of color. Let's get back to this person of color.
Distorted or criminalized.
It's really just a bunch of white lies.
We're storming the Capitol! You're not patriots. You're ridiculous.
One of the definitions of American whiteness is...
And there's Trump. You know, you bagels, y'all are lame. A lot of blacks like Trump, and they voted for Trump, okay? Quit trying to put Trump as this racist when the racist is in there now. You know, Jim Crow Joe, Pedo Joe, that's in there now. You know, you ain't black if you ain't voting for me. What was the latest thing he just came out and said about black people? Oh, he giving you free crack pipes, you know, after he locked everybody up for crack back in the 80s. He wrote the crime bill to lock them all up, mandatory minimums back in the 90s. You know, okay. But, you know, here we go with the Confederate flag and all this. They got the white pride and all this. You know, my thing is when you see that, they try to connect the two, you know, and these are all probably, and right here, if you look at this, these are actors. Let me just show you guys, okay? Y'all know good and damn well. Look at this to the right holding white pride. You know, look in the far right corner with the glasses. That is a liberal. That's an alphabet soup. That's a beta male standing next to him. And that's a white feminist, white liberal. And over here, you see more white liberals dressed up like they're conservatives with white pride and Confederate flags. I just want to let you know, we know the game. See, the game is they just dress up in costume and go out here and pretend like they are conservative or from the right. So to give the left something to point at, you know, when they are the racists. And they're the part. I mean, it's so funny, but because the Democratic Party is the party of the Confederacy. The hell is this?
Definitions of American whiteness is ignorance.
White people, we are not your problem. You are.
Should white people today feel any responsibility for slavery?
There you go. Slavery and Harriet Tubman. Oh, gosh. Here we go. They should have any responsibility for slavery. Yeah, they freed them. Okay? The first country to free slaves was America. Okay? It was white folks that freed the slaves. And not every black person was a slave. And not only blacks were slaves. You know, white people were slaves too in America. There were blacks who owned slaves in America. You know, that's just the part that the bagels don't put in the movies.
Hell yeah. White Jesus or black Jesus?
Jesus was not white.
And there is no black heaven. See, I'm so sick of that. I'm sick of this. Jesus wasn't white. Jesus was this. He ain't living. You know, all this crazy back and forth about some bullshit. Because this is bullshit. I just don't understand it. I don't understand any shines. Anyone that goes into that type of discussions, the color of Jesus Christ. I be damned. I mean, that is ridiculous. There is no black heaven, niggas. Good gracious. Ugh.
Hell yeah. White Jesus or black Jesus?
Jesus was not white.
Think of geography. Ain't no way Jesus walked around with blonde hair and blue eyes.
White culture fears the end of the world. For us as Native people, the end of the world already happened like multiple times.
Bring in the Indians, bring in the Native Americans. They gonna come join the bring them in to join the victims of whiteness. You know, because white people colonized this country and made it as great as it is. You know, oh God.
Symbols and monuments. These are mementos of racism.
Bring that statue down. Put up a TCBY yogurt or something. Everybody can get behind.
Tear down the statues and put up a TCBY yogurt so everybody can get behind it. You know, this is, you know, I mean, really. With everything that's going on in Black America, you know, this is the kind of crap they put out. And then you have these black people that perpetuate this nonsense about statues, you know, flags. You know, and the thugs that are out here committing the crimes and killing other blacks, they wouldn't know what those statues were or where they were at. And if they were taken down, if something else was put up there, they wouldn't know that. They don't care. This is disgusting. You know, you got black children graduating high school reading on a 3rd grade level all over the country. And this is the crap that they put out for the shines to look at, to put on television, and to get behind and agree with. Instead of working on trying to improve. If you cared about black people, if you really cared about your communities, you will work on self and improve that community, improve those schools, improve those homes. You know, but that, you know, because everything starts at home. But there are, you know, but let's take down some statues and change a few street names, you know?
Everybody can get behind.
The truth has to be told about history.
Always throw a man in it.
We have to make sure that these stories are told from our perspective.
There's always hope. You know what I'm saying? We don't give up.
It's about obliterating systemic and institutionalized racism.
This is a wild place, y'all. It's a wild place. I know Harriet and Frederick be up there just like, what is they gonna do?
What is they gonna do? What in the hell? Who wrote that for her to read that? What is they gonna do? Huh? Who gave her? You mean to tell me I'm pretty sure this female, I don't know who this is. Let me see who this could be, because I don't know these. Maybe this, I mean, the people that are in this show is, let's see, let me get over here. I think it's, let me see who this, because I don't know these race pimping whores. Is that Amanda Seals? I guess that may be Amanda Seals, because I mean, I see Tamika Mallory, she's in it. Amanda Seals, Jamel Hill, of course, she's in it. That mammy. Then Ibrahim Kendi, and some other folks. But the only pictures I saw that must be this Amanda Seals girl, because I don't know these race pimping whores. I don't. But who they gave her that script? I'm pretty sure she went to college and that just not proper English. But let's listen to it once again.
It's like, what is they gonna do?
What is they gonna do? Oh, if that, I mean, but the response you see online and everything to it, that ain't white people clicking on that. That's everybody. We're sick of it. Everyone is sick of this shit, you know. But it's an election year, It's an election year, so my friends, you have to be prepared. Everything is going to be race, 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 because the Democrats need black people to vote Democrat. Black people ain't voting Democrat no more. The majority of them are not even voting. And then the rest have sense enough to vote for policy, vote for America, and vote for freedom like they did in 2020. What's left over there on the Democrat plantation, and they keep making, it's an election year. So here, now they got this little series out here to remind black people they're black and oppressed, and white people are the problem, and the history has not been told, and we need to tell these stories from our point of view. And it's just the same old drivel. And this is sad and it's disgusting. But I like the fact that I read online, when reading some of the tweets, that some people, and these are people from black people, that are tweeting and talking about this, and they're disgusted with it because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that this is the kind of programming that's put out here all the time. Now, here's one of the tweets this guy says: "One of the most racist and biased, one-sided piece of cinema since Birth of a Nation. It fails to understand the difference between systemic and interpersonal racism, and paints white people as the evil group that walk the face of the most evil group, the evilest group that walk the face of the earth." It says, "Please bring me some of your tears from the woke crowd for everything's white. You guys really thought you did something, huh? Fighting racism with racism. What do you think's gonna happen? POCs are denouncing this. Congratulations. Congrats, you're brainwashed." See, these are other black people, right? They are saying that this is the ones that buy into this. They're brainwashed on garbage. This is nothing but garbage. And I like this this tweet someone put up. Her name is Shiroshika. "Showtime, everything's going to be all white is an absolute embarrassment. So, I'm black, my son is white, and I'm devastated. Stop dividing people. Stop talking about race. I never saw myself as a race until I first came to the United States. Those people are nuts." See, we are citizens, and she put this gif in there. We are all citizens of the world. And anybody, any of you shines that buy into this type of nonsense, I want to ask you, just write me at cutthebs32@gmail and explain to me, what do you get out of this? And how do you gain? What are you gaining from this? How do you move? What is this moving? What is this changing for you? You had Black Lives Matter, which got you nothing. All it was a bunch of marching, yelling, and kneeling, and fists in the air in the streets, looking for attention from Whitey. Now you're complaining about Whitey in a series. This complaint, and this, and Jesus was black, he wasn't white. How does that improve your life? Just talking about this crap, because it's all talk. That's all race pimps do, is talk. That's all the race hustle is. That's all Tariq Nasheed does, is talk and lie to foundational black Americans and tell them they're going to get reparations. You're not going to get it, and never going to get it. You don't deserve it. You didn't earn it. This is just, it's terrible that this is what we have to witness. We have to sit through and go through this garbage. They put out this garbage. It's the most embarrassing crap to make black people just look like a bunch of complaining, pathetic losers who can't do anything but sit around and complain instead of building up your community. Straighten that out. Crime is out of control in your communities. Innocent children are dying every day from gun violence. And we don't have a word about that because black children's lives don't matter. We can tell that with the abortion rate in this country. Put your comments below. Share your thoughts on everything's going to be all white and this programming, but the good thing, at least everyone who watches this video knows that at least the vast majority of people denounce this type of garbage. Bagels, go back to the drawing board. You need a new strategy. This strategy y'all have worn completely out, and nobody's falling for it. Just a small minority of people. I'm Axel, and I'm out.
The one world government, you can't make war with that. Why? There's no government to go against it. It consumes the world, but not God's elect. This is where you've got to understand, and this is why you've got to have strong faith, is to know as long as God is with you, who can be against you? Nobody. As long as you are armed with the sword of the Lord, the truth, and you understand what's happening in the world, God protects you. You and He make a majority, and you can count on that. You can believe that.